California's Central Coast, a favorite go-to destination for a lot of us Valley people. But there's a lot more to do here than just jumping in the car and heading over to Pismo Beach. Wow! From one of the top farmers markets in the state, and this is loaded with way more than just veggies. To the history of a bizarre and kind of gross San Luis Obispo landmark that's been sticking around for decades.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
And if a trip for you to slow doesn't include a stop at this famous pizza joint, or if you've never checked into one of the most amazing, cool, weird, off-the-wall rooms at the world-famous Madonna Inn, then friends, are you even coasting? I almost feel like The Shining, but like happier. Folks that live on the coast, they have their own way of looking at things, own way of like living. And for this guy, that means having sea lions for neighbors. Yes, exactly, king of the world. There's a vibe here that's easy to pick up and so hard to let go of when it's time to head back home. That's why I'm gonna show you the Central Coast my way, showing you some of the places I love about one of the Valley's top weekend getaway destinations.
That'll get you going.
All coming up next on Roy's World. Central California definitely has its own vibe. From the laid-back latitudes of the Central Coast to the scenic wonders of the Sierra, and all the amazing people, cultures, and food found in the great cities and towns of the San Joaquin Valley. I'm Roy Sizemore, and I'm on a mission to discover it all. To explore the festivals, the hidden gems, the history, and the stories that make up this place I love to call home. Welcome to Roy's World. Now, if you live in the Central Valley, a weekend trip or holiday vacay to the coast, pretty much the norm. But this is a big, giant, beautiful place with lots going on. Now, I know those of us from the Valley think of the beaches and towns here, kind of our little weekend playground. But a place like San Luis Obispo, this place is home to thousands of hardworking people. And when they get ready to unwind and maybe pick up some fresh produce, something really nice to nosh on, they all come to one street and slow that brings this entire community together. When you think farmers market, you're probably thinking, oh, let's get a bag of onions and some weird smelling soap. But not in San Luis Obispo. So many different booths all up and down. There's food, there's fresh stuff. Yes, there is farmers market stuff. There's a million different cool shops. There's cool like vintage clothing stores. There's cool like Just Hats. You looking for Just Hat? They got it. I wish you all could smell what I got going on here. The barbecue, the big corn, you got the giant turkey legs. You know I love the giant turkey legs. I feel like a king when I eat it. Urgh. It is not your typical farmer's market. Slow does it a little different, and everyone comes out for it. All right, I'm here with Whitney, and you are the what do you do?
I'm the program director for Downtown Slow, a nonprofit organization, and I run this fabulous farmers market.
It is huge.
Yeah, it is, yes. We have 5 blocks on average. We have around 110 vendors every Thursday. We don't operate on Thanksgiving, but other than that, it is a year-round business every Thursday night.
How many people do you think are here tonight?
Oh gosh, on average, I mean, on a very busy night, we'll have well over 10,000 people.
Where are they all coming from?
There's a lot of people from Iceland, Africa.
They're in Iceland, they're in a death metal band. They're like, we should go to Slow
like,
for farmers market.
Thursday night sounds like a cool thing in San Luis Obispo.
Put the makeup on, let's go.
The flight and they're here. It's magical.
One of the grossest traditions in San Luis Obispo, and you have to do it every time you come, is to come to Bubblegum Alley. It's so gross, but literally every time you come to town, you gotta go and you gotta chew a piece of gum and you gotta stick it to the wall. So here we go. Now, depending on who you talk to, the history of Bubblegum Alley goes like way back. Some people say it started right at the end of World War II. Others say this was like a 50s school rivalry thing between the high school and Cal Poly. Now, some of the merchant series you could, guess, weren't too happy about it, so they told the city, hey, this is nasty, y'all need to clean it up. Which they did, twice in the 70s, full cleaning. Then they asked to do it again in 1996, and the city said, no. So since then, more and more gum's been added. And honestly, if you go to Slow, this is like one of those must-do things. You gotta stop by Bubblegum Alley, and you gotta leave a little piece of you up on the wall.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
This is the biggest farmer's market I've ever been to. It's so big, 5 full blocks, over 100 vendors.
Come here, try this. All right, try that.
I'm just kidding, I'm kidding.
Yeah. That's on the label. You can't see me.
The air, man, is just filled with the smells of local foods being grilled up on open flames. You got your famous Santa Maria tri-tips, roasted corn, the big turkey legs, brats. Oh man, it's so good. You never know what's gonna be around the next corner. Wow.
Hi.
Wow.
Hi.
Oh my God, my back hurts just sitting after watching that. What is your name?
My name is Lily.
Lily. What?
Wow. What?
How long does it take to, I don't even know what to ask you.
Defying the laws of gravity and physics, as Liz would say. It's all metaphysics. It's all just momentum, gravity.
The key is strawberry quick, I think. But what is your workout like to even begin to attempt something like this, for reals? Like,
Yeah, you just do it all day.
you just do it all day.
It's really humbling at first, but yeah,
You
just
start
do
off
it.
how low to the ground? Because I mean,
Slow and low.
Very low.
Okay.
Here she
Start
goes.
like a couple inches off
She's
the
gonna show you
ground.
how it's done. This is.
Wow. All right,
Sorry,
let's
we're-
see what I can
let's
do.
see.
Woo. Yeah, there we go.
There.
Thank you very much.
Flawless.
Yeah.
Flawless.
Now, if gnawing down on a big old hog shake or some corn on a stick isn't your thing, then you gotta head over to a San Luis Obispo classic for pizza, Woodstock's Pizza, in the heart of Slowtown. Now, it's been here since 1980. I first had it in 97, and I've been coming back ever since. Chuck Woodstock created this legendary pizza in 1977 when he opened his very first restaurant up in Oregon. In 1980, Chuck teamed up with Mike Chu to open another location in San Luis Obispo, but keeping the same goals. Wanted to have a student-friendly college pizza joint, but, you know, sticking true to Chuck's grandma's recipes, her sauce. And this is my favorite part about the Woodstock's Pizza, the famous fold-over crust with the sauce inside. So good. Sadly, Chuck and Chu, as they were called, passed away in a private plane crash in 1985, but the family kept the dream and the pizza alive. I'm gonna have to get some people to help me eat this. Now, if you're driving down Highway 101, all right, going through San Luis, headed to the beach, there's no way you can miss the quirky big old pink palace that is the Madonna Inn. So Alex Madonna was this big-time developer, cattleman here in California. Now, he and his wife Phyllis definitely had their own way of doing things, and the Madonna Inn is basically one giant, living, breathing shrine to that spirit.
All right.
Okay. Whoa. Show me this furniture. Like, show me around here. This is pretty ornate.
I mean, Madonna Inn, we're very well known for our extreme different themes. But so all this furniture is all custom made down to the little rivets on the furniture. So everything is hand picked to match the room and the theme. And if you look around, I mean, like the wallpaper is very unique and you can actually touch it, it's fuzzy. Actually, this particular wallpaper came from Germany. So
You can touch the furry wall, like,
Yes.
for real. This is like, I just love this. This is great. Bigger. The beams, it's funny because I get to feel like I'm in a cabin, but then everything else, I'm in a period piece on PBS.
Yes.
Like I'm waiting for the Queen to come in. Oh, scandal. This is awesome. This is amazing. I'm done. Good night.
all right.
Okay. So this is the Nod Yosemite.
Yes. So this actually is real rock. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, nowadays you see all this artificial stuff, but no, this is real rock.
That's legit, and it's a lot prettier actually when you do it like that too. It's like when you try to fake nature, it just never really works.
So if you walk in, so you definitely
What?
feel like you're, you know.
What? See, this is like something I would do if I won the lotto. I wouldn't tell anyone, but there'd be signs. I'd have a waterfall in my bathroom. I'd have a rock shower.
Yes. Well, you're not going to see this anywhere else.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
The theme rooms at the Madonna Inn are known literally around the world for their eclectic rooms. Each one is different, and to say unique is definitely an understatement. If some of these look familiar, by the way, there's been a lot of music videos shot here over the years, and they've been in a lot of TV shows, including The Bachelor. But I won't hold that against them. Hold me closer, Tony Danza. Thank you. Thank you very much. I almost feel like The Shining, but like happier. Like if The Shining was like a Disney movie, because it's all pink. Oh, you're going to Madonna Inn. Gotta go to the bathroom. And I just feel we've been doing a lot of bathroom shots. But he's like, no, like in the restaurant area, you gotta go to the bathroom. It's like amazing. The bathroom's like, no, you gotta go. I do have to go. And I guess if I have to go, this is the place to go. So let's go. Oh my God. Dude, it's a waterfall. Just like in the great outdoors.
That'll get you going.
Now, you don't even need to book a room here to get a real sense for the uniquely original tastes and styles of the Madonna Inn. Matter of fact, this is a top spot to break up the drive and get some chow for the weary road trippers. And they will be tripping in a whole different way when you check this out. One of the things I love about the Central Coast is how diverse the destinations are here. I mean, you can go from a huge farmer's market, sticking bubblegum on a wall, to sleeping in a hotel where your walls are made of boulders, to a quiet seaside town just a few minutes up the road that's held on to its rich nautical history, the town of Morro Bay. You can totally notice the downshift and the energy here from like the bright lights and city vibe of San Luis Obispo to a small, authentic harbor town that's kind of repelled against the whole coastal sprawl. Here in Morro Bay, it's all about a way of life that's directly tied to the open sea. So, as we're here, cameraman John says, oh, hey, I think that's my friend's boat out in the water. You guys want to go check out a guy that lives on a boat in the middle of the harbor? I'm like, yeah. This is a very small boat. I'm used to a bass boat, but you know, I can get used to the dinghy. I'm down. All right, thank you for having me on, man. We're here with Reed, who lives on a sailboat. That's like a dream of many people. A nightmare, probably, for a lot of people. I have like a million questions, man.
Well, you got it. I've got a million answers. So just about everything you look at, I've had my hands on as far as fixing or cleaning or scrubbing over the years. One of my proudest things on this boat is the deck. This is a teak deck originally from Taiwan. I thought it was worth saving all the wood, even though it was grimy and popping up. So I pulled it all off and re-epoxied it down so that I could keep this and keep the character of this old vessel.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, it was. It was. And out here, this is usually people's most favorite spot. This is where you can Titanic.
Yes, exactly.
King of the
world. Yes, of course. So how long in your life have you spent like actually living on the, like a lot of time living on the water?
Just close to a decade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, like I know a lot of people doing the van thing, but like when the van dies, you just park it and then get a plane ticket or a bus ticket home. Like this is a big commitment.
Yeah, you're locked in.
You're a special kind of guy, dude. That not everyone could just pick up and, I mean, storms, pirates. Like
I've yet to face a pirate.
Okay.
Storms for sure. You know, they definitely teach you some lessons. I had to learn the lesson the hard way, and I definitely got the real close to that line where you're not too safe and you might not come home. All right, hop on into the captain's chair.
Awesome. Now this is legit. This is like the beginning of Gilligan's Island. This whole thing right here.
Cruising, you got to be cruising in comfort, I think.
This is like a dream. Like you're living what like men dream of. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go out and sell this. Women, so many people. Like, God, I wish I could do something like that.
Well, see, my answer to that is you can. I'm just like every other person. I have to eat and breathe and sleep, and you know, it's doable.
But you do it on your terms, on your boat, and whenever you want to move on, you just weigh anchor and hit the road.
Yeah, for the most part. Check the weather first.
Well, yeah.
That's a lesson I learned the hard way.
When it comes to tricky harbors to navigate, Morro Bay is no joke. It's actually considered one of the most treacherous ports to get a boat in and out of. A big open swell, a tight jetty to break up the waves, all anchored off the 576-foot Morro Rock. But while a life at sea is a big deal here, the entire town has become a top tourist destination for us here in the Valley. And a big draw, for those of us that like to party, are the festivals here. Like their locally famous Margarita and Avocado Festival, where avocados are king. Avocado growing in the region really has taken off in the last 20 years, as well as avocados. Thank you, Avocado Toast. The festival here is a way to celebrate the importance of the avocado farmers from the Central Coast, and I think they added the margaritas to the party because margaritas, duh. Avocado dress, avocado shirt, avocado freaks.
Avocado earrings.
Avocado earrings, boom! Avocado purse, avocado earrings, avocado keychain, avocado socks. I see avocado margarita. Do you actually make avocado margaritas?
I do not make avocado margaritas, but I use avocado in my dishes.
Okay, what's your favorite dish?
So mine.
Yeah, well, of course.
I think you need to eat this in front of the camera.
I do? Okay,
Yeah.
I guess I know what I'm doing. You hold that.
I got
I'll
it.
hold this.
I got you. Get everything in one.
I
You
gotta-
gotta
that's
take.
what I'm
You
doing
gotta
here.
take the Food Network bite.
I gotta Ramsey this?
Yes.
Is that what's going on? All right, y'all.
Yes,
go.
that's it. That's the bite.
A little further up the coast from Morro Bay is another one of my favorite stops. I actually have driven past this so many times for years. You really need to take the time, pull over, and check out the beach town of Cayucos. You will not be disappointed. In 1867, Captain James Cass spotted this stretch of the Central Coast and thought to himself, sweet beach. Okay, he probably didn't say that, but he did like it a lot. As a matter of fact, he liked it so much, he settled and built an over 900-foot pier so cargo ships could come in and out. Okay, that was a long time ago, so obviously pier is deteriorating, but they built a brand new pier in 2015, and it's a great place to come. You can come to the beach, you can watch the surfers, and you don't even need a license to fish from the pier. So, you big fisherman, big sea fisherman?
Just kind of started getting used to it.
What's your favorite fish? Have you caught anything big out here?
I've actually never caught anything. My brother is mostly the fisherman, yeah.
You just come out here to chill then?
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of peaceful, it's quiet, it's nice.
What a better way to spend a day. If you like to fish, fish on the ocean. But beware of seals stealing your fish, because that will totally happen. You guys doing any good today?
No, fishing's good. Catching sucks.
Have you caught anything today?
No.
No.
This is the first time I've been out on this pier. I just drove down from Nampa, Idaho.
Oh, wow. That's just to go here or just vacation?
I'm going to Morro Bay. There's a high school football team reunion.
Oh, cool.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what a high school is. I know what a reunion is. I know what football is. So
Yeah.
I think I'm on the same page.
Football.
But you get a little fishing in first.
Yeah.
If you come during the right time of the year, the whales will come, I'm talking maybe 300 feet out, and you'll see the spouts, you'll see them all migrate. It's one of the coolest sights you'll ever see. You can bring your own lunch, you can bring some chairs, you can bring some fishing rods and go on the other pier. And who says you gotta go out and spend a lot of money? And look around you, look at all this, and it's so close. Really something you gotta do. Today we're asking, if you come to Cayucos, what's the one thing you have to do?
When I come here, I just have to enjoy the weather.
All right, what about you?
I would say walk on the pier.
If you're in Cayucos and it's your first time, what's the one thing you gotta do?
Go fishing, or I always go to the antique mall across the street.
All right.
Same with me, I always love coming here and going fishing.
Going fishing? See, I'm loving these guys. What about you?
Getting chowder at Ducky's.
Chowder at Ducky's. We haven't done that. That might be the thing. Watch out. I say hit your head on a planter. That's what I like to do. First time in Cayucos, say, what's the one thing that's if you go to Cayucos, you can't not do this? What's the one thing you gotta do?
You gotta stop at Brown Butter Cookie.
Oh, okay. Is that it?
No, you gotta come to Cayucos Coffee.
Okay, you gotta go to Cayucos.
First, and get your coffee.
And then dunk
Some cookie.
And then dunk the cookie.
Yeah.
And who are we got here?
This is Eddie.
What's up, Eddie?
This is Chef.
What's up? Oh my goodness. The little town of Cayucos is loaded with a lot of cool hidden gems. When you come here, of course, there's the gorgeous beach, but there's also some really great hiking trails. Antique stores, that's a big thing in Cayucos. I always find something really cool, something really funky in the antique stores. What is this? It says movie filmed here in 1959. Was this an actual prop?
Kind of, I think, a replica of the monster in the movie. that was
Okay.
filmed here.
Do you know the story on the movie and all that?
I don't know almost any of the story about the movie. We hear from people who remember when it was being filmed or remember seeing it at some point. I think one time I did a Google search and it was like a kind of B-movie sort of thing, right?
This looks like something Mystery Science Theater would do.
Very much so,
Yes.
yeah.
By the way, what's your name?
Caitlin.
Caitlin, Roy.
Nice
awesome.
to meet you.
I love this store. What should we look for today? What's the cool stuff?
So the upstairs floor used to be a dance hall, and that's probably where some of our coolest stuff is now.
Okay. Where do you get all this stuff?
Each section is a different vendor.
Okay.
And so they kind of find their stuff however, they find garage sales, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, any number of places.
Right.
And then they bring it in and curate it.
All right, well, she said upstairs is where all the cool stuff is. We'll be in a minute because I'll be there. That looks really hard. That kid definitely fell off that, at least broke an arm, bro. If you're really into acorns, have I got the dish set for you? Look at that. Honey, break out the acorns. We have company coming over. You got healing crystals, other hippie tchotchkes, and oh yeah, RC cars. Why not? I don't know if I want to touch this, dude, to be honest, but there you go. There's a really great artist collective featuring many different styles, genres, mediums from some of the best artists on the Central Coast. And I usually pick up a hat.
The collective is all about supporting local artists who represent some of the authentic qualities of the Central Coast.
Everyone here is local.
Yeah.
It's all local.
Yeah.
It's cool to see things like this. I mean, you see Coast, everyone talks about wine, this and that, but I love to see a thriving art scene. I think that's awesome.
Cool, man. Appreciate that.
There's one place I always stop off at. If I'm even like driving anywhere near Cayucos, I make my way over to the Brown Butter Cookie Company. So good. How good? Okay, when they started, they just made one type of cookie, just one. What is your most popular cookie?
Oh, that would be our original brown butter sea salt cookie. That is the one that started the company.
Did you start it with just one cookie?
We did, yeah.
I mean, you gotta really like know that your cookie's the stuff. If you're like, we're gonna open a cookie store. Oh, what are you gonna make? One cookie.
One cookie.
We do one flavor, that's it. If you're nice, you might get milk.
Exactly, and you have to have milk with cookies.
They've since, added more cookies, and I'm actually giving them the official Roy's recommendation. Going to all the cool stuff to do on the coast and all the cool places and places we've been going is great. But the real reason why you go to the coast is to go to the coast, is to get away from it all. This is one of my favorite spots. I used to take my kid here years ago, and if you come in the mornings, especially weekdays, like there's nobody here. Like right now, actually, we're all alone. It's just me and you and the beach. When you think about it, we are so lucky to have a special place like the Central Coast so close to the valley. Hop in the car, head out for the weekend, and you are transformed into a place that has its own totally cool vibe, cool feel, very laid back. The people here are great, the food, always amazing, and the settings go a long way to kind of recharging your batteries, I love how you could switch things up over here too. If you're feeling beachy, you want to hit that clam chowder, boom, done. But mixing it up and trying things like the farmer's market or walking the streets and pier of Cayucos are easy to do, it's free, and will give you a whole new experience of a place we've all been coming to for years. And isn't that what coming to places like this is all about? So yeah, we do a lot of cool fun stuff, doing a lot of cool shoots, and no one believed me. They didn't believe me at all. I said, actually, I have a little guest that's going to be on the show. That's a little surprise. Actually going to be shooting with The Rock. Boom!